All right. What's up, guys? My name is Jack. You're watching JBTCG, and today I have with me a very, very special guest. It's Rob Burns. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Doing splendid, honestly. Coming off of being sick and not feeling bad today, finally.
Yeah, I
So
know that feeling.
we're on the up and up. How's your December been?
It's been good. Yeah. It's been busy. Busy. Lots of stuff with the kids and just kind of chilling and trying to get things done with work. And yeah, I haven't been feeling that great either. But under the weather the last couple of weeks. So yeah, just trying to kind of stay in it and hang on till Christmas.
Yeah, I feel you there. I just had a round of exams, and that was worse than the round of whatever sickness I had. So I wanted to hop in real quick. Also, let me know, guys, is the audio okay? Is there anything I should change? Turn the music down? Just let me know. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, did you see Rock Sandy's video earlier today?
I didn't see Rock's video today. No. I've been out working pretty hard today, but usually catch up on Rock when I'm doing the dishes. What was he saying?
He dropped a video talking about the power of distributors. And I see you got some Bullet there.
Yeah, a
Uh,
little bit.
I'm a big fan of Bullet, big fan of Crown
Good. Good.
Royal. And he was talking about the power distributors and how everyone was attributing all of the negative things that are happening with prismatic evolution to scalpers and resellers and stuff. And he was talking about how actually a lot of the problem might be from distributors. And Pokey commented down there saying he can't say much, he can't really make a video or talk about it. But he said after he retires, he might make a very interesting video talking about the power of distributors.
I think Brian's got another couple of years before he retires. I remember one of his earlier videos. He wanted to be done when he was 40, so I think he has that much longer left, maybe a few years. But yeah, I mean, it's no secret, man. I mean, I don't have distributor access. I talk to a lot of guys that do. Some guys that have quite extensive distributor access. Um, yeah, I mean, they're holding on to product because they see what's happening, and it's a great way for them to bundle things together. Like I spoke to one guy who he's over in the States, and he could get Surging Sparks cases no problem after his distributor had told him, like, I can't get you any. All of a sudden he's got loads. But he just has to take, I think he said Scarlet and Violet building battles he has to take with it. So
Oh yeah,
like bundle it with other product, plus the price has gone up. So yeah, it's pretty clear what's happening here. I mean, there's hey, action figure, hey. There's I don't know if you've seen this, like there's Surging Sparks booster boxes getting restocked every week at vending machines. Like they're out there.
yeah,
There's plenty of them out there. Just not falling into the hands of the usual channels.
yeah. It's a little unfortunate. Those are distributor products, or not distributor. The vending machines are owned by distributors, correct?
I don't think they were. I thought
That's
Pokemon owned the machines
Oh,
directly.
Pokemon did. Oh, I don't know why
That's
I
my
had
understanding, but
heard
I could be
somebody.
wrong on that.
Okay, well, if anybody knows, let me know in the live chat. But yeah, I mean, the real issue with investing and buying Pokemon products and selling Pokemon products now is it's become an ethical dilemma where in all of, I mean, 2022 to 2024, you didn't have to worry about it. That stuff was sitting on shelves. Like even this summer, C22 tins that had Evolving Skies at my
Hmm.
Walmart, they weren't even being bought. The 151 ETBs, those would get scalped or just bought. I'm not even gonna say scalped. They get bought. Zapdos collection boxes would sit, but there was 20 C22 tins one time when I went into my Walmart, and it was a couple days after restock, and I was like, "What in the world?" So I grabbed half of them. I had some self control. I stopped, but now you can't even find Shrouded Fable on the shelves. I went to my Target, nothing, and everyone in the Discord sending stuff in. There's barren wastelands. It's kind
Where do you
of
live? What city are you in?
Virginia.
Okay, you're in Virginia. Okay, yeah. I know it's different from kind of city to city and state to state, right? Um, it's like up in here in Canada. Like BC, like Colin was telling me the other day from Poke Office, like they have the Costco he's at, stuff just sits there, nobody buys it, right? And you can
Really?
find,
Wow.
yeah, you can, yeah, like 151. He said no one was buying it. Like there were pallets of hey FIMO, there were pallets of 151 just sitting around, and nobody wants to buy it. Whereas here in Ontario, you can't get that stuff. I think Nick was saying as well. Possum Bob was saying can't get Crown
Mhm.
Zenith in his area, but I mean, I can find it perfectly fine. So it's just different
Really?
for different areas. Yeah, yeah. I know. It's in my Costco right now. If I wanted to go and buy Crown Zenith ETBs, there's a pallet sitting there. No one's buying it.
Wow,
Yeah, with the
really?
two tins either
Jesus.
side. Yeah, the Scarlet and Violet base, I think, and Silver Tempest or something's in there, but it's the Rhydon tins, I think. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just depends on the area, man. Like it's crazy.
Oh, that's I. There's nothing around me. And those are how much those retail for Canadian?
They're 100. I think they're doing them for 110 or $100 Canadian. So
110.
it's not
Yeah,
bad. I'm
yeah,
not
that's a
buying it.
pretty good deal, honestly.
Yeah, I have quite a few Crown Zenith ETBs. So I don't want more. I don't want those tins either. So I'm sticking
Yeah.
clear. But yeah, the Costco in the south end of my city, I live in the north, had a bunch of 151. It's gone. Like they go straight away. So yeah,
Yeah.
it just depends, man. It's kind of weird.
It really does, I guess. I mean, everyone I've talked to, everyone I've seen has had absolutely no luck, at least down here in the States. But wait, I want to talk about. So you mentioned you have a bunch of Crown Zenith ETBs, and those have appreciated quite nicely over this year. I think TCG Player has market right around 70 USD or 65
Oh, they've
USD.
gone up. I haven't been following them. That's good. Yeah, yeah. I thought maybe I doubled my money there. That's good.
Yeah, I doubled
That's
my
good.
money as well on those, and I was stoked. And Crown Zenith, that has been the set that I've been championing. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. I've been saying it's amazing, it's cheap, it's accessible. I don't care that it's been reprinted. Eventually, it won't be that accessible. And man, I still get people in my comment section saying Crown Zenith is terrible and Crown Zenith is not the investment play. I'd be curious to see what Sword and Shield set do you think right now would be a good investment, or just in your opinion? No advice to other people. What would you buy?
I, well, if I didn't have anything, I'd be buying pretty much all of the late era stuff. I mean, if you're just in it for investing, what do you think is going to appreciate the most? Those late sets, Silver Tempest, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance. I'd be looking at those if you didn't have anything. But it depends what people have already. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't have any Evo Skies, you probably want to find some ETBs at the very least.
Hmm.
But booster box wise, yeah, the late sets like Chilling Reign's a great shout. Fusion Strike, like any stuff like that, I still feel it's got room to double and triple in the next year or so. Whereas I think Evo has
Double,
that.
triple next year. Ooh,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think you'll see
that's
Chilling
huge.
Reign. You'll see Chilling Reign $400 or so. You'll see Fusion go to 5 or 6. It's at 300 now, something like that. I think you'll see that
Yeah.
pretty quickly. And I mean, is Evo going to do 2K next year? It's possible. Maybe not, but
I think it
um,
could. I think it could.
why not? Why not? I mean, look, there's things that could happen, and it could go either way. But I'm pretty bullish right now on how things look. And there's a lot of money flowing into the hobby. There's a lot of people that feel they want to invest and buy these products, and that's ultimately a great thing.
Yeah, I agree. It is definitely. It's nice to see after the past year where Paradox Rift was $95 and it wasn't even selling, to actually see people jazzed about the hobby, jazzed about
Yeah,
the cards, even just like the process of grading and flipping. It's nice to see people really coming back in. I see Len in the chat wants PSA 7 Monkey Dories. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
you heard it here first.
Maybe he knows something I don't. But sorry. You mentioned Chilling Reign. That is one of the sets that I was the most bullish on this month. I put that in my top 5 investments of the month. I really think that it's underrated right now. It has huge depth. I mean, you got the Blaziken, that's just a huge regular chase card. And then you get, what's it, the Moltres. You get all of the Galarian Birds that are over $50, I think. It's a killer set, and it's, I think, 220 on the market right now compared to Fusion Strike, which has a similar total set value at 300. I don't know. I'm thinking that's a steal.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've never been Chilling Reign objectively is a good set. I've never been the biggest fan of Chilling Reign myself. I'm not a huge
That's
fan
fair.
of the Tundra icy kind of Pokemon feel, but there's some gorgeous cards in there, 100%. There are the Blaziken's obviously a big one. I like the Zero Aura. I do like that card quite a bit. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, Fusion is Fusion Strike, man. It's Gengar on Mew. Like you got that gorgeous Espeon in there too. I mean, but Chilling Reign has a ton of Ultarts. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it has the second most in Swish, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think it's what,
Yeah,
second to
it's
Evo
got a lot of
Skies.
ults. Yeah. So It's got that going for it, but no training gallery. So yeah, hey,
Yeah,
Chilling Reign will do great. Chilling Reign will do very, very well.
yeah. I wouldn't say it's fun to open though.
No,
I
really,
pulled zero alt arts.
I had a bad experience. My chilling pain for me for sure. Chilling pain was, yeah, I had to stop on that one. But I got a decent experience with Evo Skies. Brilliant
Mm,
Stars, not too bad. Fusion, I didn't have great luck, but
yeah, I got hosed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, if you find a great card, like I pulled the Leafeon and the Sylveon VMAX both from Evo Skies, and so like I'm like, okay, this is great. Like I'm pretty much ahead on this one. So
Hmm.
yeah, stop while you're ahead.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing in Pokemon. I swear, stopping while you're ahead, it just doesn't happen. 151 did me in. I was like, okay, I just want to pull one more SIR. 50 packs later, and I just had to call it quits.
Oh, jeez. No, I bought so much of that and opened it that there was no way. I did basically my whole master set from opening.
Wow,
So
I saw that
yeah,
video. That was a cool one. Your master
yeah.
set, I really like the style you
No,
did
I
it.
had to buy a few. I think 5 or 6 cards I had to buy total from the main expansion. But yeah,
That's not
I
bad.
basically did it all by opening. Yeah, and a few reverse hollows I didn't get. It was a
Yeah.
stupid thing to do, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, hey, you know what? If you really enjoyed it, that's all that matters. I mean,
Hmm.
I enjoyed opening 151. I enjoyed opening Terrestrial Festival this weekend. I absolutely got hosed. Let me show you guys what I got here. I only opened two because, well, you'll see. We got the Terapagos.
That's a nice card.
It's a nice card, but I like the other Terapagos a lot more. And then we got one of the Teal Mass, which I'm not an Ogerpon fan. I haven't really played much in the newer games. So those are my two SARs, and yeah, that was it.
That's not good. No, I got the Espeon SAR. What else did I get? It's Iron Crown. No, not Iron Crown. The other one. I can't remember what his name is. But no, I opened it with my
Iron
daughter.
Leaves.
No, it's the I can't remember. Their name escapes me right now. But
Hmm.
I opened it with my daughter, and it was so much fun, man. I was gonna do a stream, and I was gonna open a couple of boxes,
Yeah.
and she saw the box when she was down here in my room, in the hobby room in the basement, and she was like, "Oh, that's got Eevee on it. I want to open the Eevee." I was like, "Ah, fuck, this box is like $100 Canadian, right?" Like, and I'm like, you know what? Let's open one. So we went upstairs. She got the scissors out. She started cutting it up, and it was just such a cool experience watching her. Like she figured out, she never opened a Japanese pack before, right? So
Oh
she was
wow,
having
that's a great first
she's
experience.
yeah, she's really good at opening English. Like she's like, I opened it by myself, easy. Even my 2-year-old is like, Dad, I did it myself. But with Japanese, she can't do it, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
she
the
went and got
packs
the
are really
scissors.
finicky.
Yeah. She started getting the scissors out, and all of a sudden she's like a pro streamer. She's like, you know what? It'd be better if I did them all at once. So she's picked up like 5 of them at once, 6 of them at once, and started cutting through perfectly, and then opening them. Here's your one, Dada. So that was actually really fun. We pulled all of the just regular EX evolutions, and like so,
Wow,
yeah, we double
dang,
sleeved
out
them.
of two boxes.
They were in one box, yeah. So like
Wow.
Sylveon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, and all that, and yeah, she's got them double sleeved now in top loaders. She's been taking them to school, so it's pretty fun.
You're raising a pro rip and strip streamer.
Yeah, one day maybe she'll want to do that. But it was just a cool memory, man. I could have streamed and done like a little thing and chatted to people, but I got to open it with my kid, and she was so excited. Like it was so good.
Honestly, that's better. No offense to you guys in chat, but I don't think you can beat that. Dean Fear's got a I don't know how to pronounce that. Got a question. Just picked up Lost Origin, Chilling Reign, and Fusion Strike loose packs at 380 a pack. What are your thoughts on loose packs as an investment? So I'll go first real quick, and then Rob, if you want to give some your thoughts on this. I think loose packs are okay, but you need to have a platform to sell them on, and you need to have a rep. So if you are a rip and ship streamer or a live streamer, it doesn't really matter what products you buy to sell if you're just buying them to rip them or sell packs on live because people don't really care. They just want legit packs and they know that you're going to give them legit packs. Now, if you don't have that luxury, if you have an eBay store or something like that, you're not going to be able to make as much money off of selling loose packs. Now, at $3.80 a pack, I think you're winning on all those sets. Fusion Strike is like $6, $7 a pack. Lost Origin, almost the same. So at that pack price, you're winning. But in terms of a long-term investment, something in a sealed product that people will have more confidence knowing is legit is going to be, in my opinion, the way to go. But yeah, so hopefully that helps you, man. Oh, sorry if I missed this. What's up, Caleb? How you doing?
Hey, Caleb.
And next on the docket is $1,000. Are you putting it into prismatic evolutions at MSRP or 151 at MSRP? And I'm not talking about Pokemon Center ETBs because that's a whole nother mess. Just 151 products at MSRP right now or prismatic.
Where are you buying those products at MSRP?
It's hypothetical. I'm not. I wish I could have put $1,000 into
Oh,
prismatic products at
151's
MSRP,
better.
but
I mean, we don't know what the situation is for some of the stuff still for prismatic, right? We don't
mhm.
know. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't been on the pulse this week as much, but we don't know if they're going to divide any of those SARs up into any of the boxes or ancillary products down the road, like they did with EV Heroes, right? When we got
Yeah,
into the X collections, where you had, I think they
yeah,
had the
the Jolteon,
Flareon, yeah, the Jolteon, and the what was the other one, the Vaporeon,
Vaporeon, yeah.
yeah, the VMAXs. You had those in ancillary products. So I don't know whether they're going to do anything like that with Prismatic. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But even still, Kanto region's where it's at, guys. Kanto region's where it's at.
I'm there with you.
That's the one. Okay, like, but they'll both be great. I'm sure they'll both be great. But yeah, Kanto's just it's going to be better. Yeah, same for Japanese too. Japanese will be better. 151.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I agree. I think the collectability 151, it's already scarce. I know prismatic evolutions will get scarce. Um, but you mentioned SAR is getting put into collection boxes. I think one of the EVs is going into a collection box.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
PC or PCTCG radio. I forget the exact name. Um, he made a video talking about prismatic evolution. He mentioned there's only 32 SARs in the main set,
Yeah, Russ. Yeah.
and Japanese had 33. So I think one of the EVs is just going to be in that like ultra premium collection box we get
Oh, nice.
8 months down the line.
Gives more people access to it, which I like. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the Master Balls too. They've confirmed they're all going to be Master Balls, right? Is that correct?
I
Master Balls are
think
going to be in those.
I saw someone say something that like contradicted that, but everything is said that there will be master balls. So
Yeah, I
I don't
guess we'll
know.
find out soon. It comes out pretty soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's only a month at this point,
Yeah, mid
which
Jan.
is crazy. We've been talking about this for a month and a half already.
Yeah. Terrestrial's cool, man. Though Terrestrial's a great set to open. Like it's a holiday. I like I love the double door, like the holiday
Yeah,
set
yeah.
box. High class sets just hit different. So it's got that going for it. But yeah, like it's just go into it equally, man. Just split it up. 500 each would be what I would suggest doing. Of course.
500 each. All right, you've heard it here. The boss of Pokemon investing is telling you.
Yeah, I wish.
Your drunk boss at the family function, or not the family, the work function. Um, what are your thoughts on Japanese boxes actually going out of print? Recently, they've reprinted EV Heroes. Uh, I don't think did they actually reprint EV Heroes
I
this
last I
year?
heard, unless I missed something, is that they haven't gone back. The last sets they redid in Swish, I thought were Lost Abyss and Paradigm Trigger
Okay,
got
that's what I thought.
redone.
I thought
But
there
I
was
don't
like
think they're going to
rumors
this
about
time.
EV Heroes, but it never actually happened.
I don't think they're going to go. I don't think it's in Pokemon's best interest to go that far back. They usually want stuff that's kind of in rotation or just coming out. And I think there's
Hmm.
an expanded format. I'm not an expert on this, but I believe there's an expanded format in Japan that's played quite a bit, which is why they went back for Lost Abyss
Yeah.
and Paradigm Trigger. But it's not like full competitive play. I know that they gave some EV Heroes cards a reprint for tournament prizes. As far as I understand it, they went back and
Oh,
did
okay.
that, which is not unheard of. But they did go.
Yeah.
It was kind of surprising, I think, for a lot of people. And I don't know. Look, I think if you're in those boxes already, that's great. And stuff like Dream League, do I think that's going to come back? Fusion Arts maybe. Like, yeah, I think they're done. I think they're definitely printing a lot more than they ever did. I think they surprised people. I have a feeling, I have a suspicion that they're not going to print quite as much in 2025 as they did in 2024. And
Really?
then stuff like, yeah, I don't. I think they're going to do a little bit of a number on Terrestrial. I think to kind of that would be my assumption is
Yeah.
Shiny Treasure. They just bomb that into the ground, right? 151's had like what
Yeah.
3 or 4 reprints this year, and it's still at 60 odd, 70 odd dollars a box on Sneaker Dunk, right? It's held up really really well. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see what they do. I thought they would have flooded the market more with Terrestrial already, but Terrestrial's holding strong, like 60, $62 I think on Sneaker Dunk. So I don't know. There's demand, man. They're having to fill. The other thing as well is they're having to fill the export market because like there's such huge demand in English that is not being filled by English language. But people are starting to turn to the Japanese stuff for streaming, for box breaks, just for having the same artworks. So that's happening.
Yeah. I think honestly, in some cases, the artworks are better in Japanese.
Oh, the
Like
print
the
quality is better, yeah, for
texturing.
sure. Yeah, the texturing. Yeah, some of the cards are just
Yeah.
lights out better.
Yeah. V-Star Universe, in my opinion, in Japanese is leagues better than Crown Zenith, but yeah. And then he also asks, what's the play right now, barring reprints? Well, from what we've seen, I think you're safe on any of those later set reprints. I'm not going to say 100%, but it seems that the reprint window for Japanese is slightly extended compared to English. So if you're looking for gains, investing kind of at the sets that are at the end of that reprint window, like Lost Abyss, Paradigm Trigger, V-Star Universe as well, those might be ones that could appreciate nicely. Like if you invest in Terrestrial Festival, sure, it could do awesome in 4 years, but they could just reprint it into the ground like they've done with 151 and Shiny Treasure. So the next 1.5 years are just flat or spikes down, spikes back up. So depending on what you're looking for, maybe the later sets will be more stable, but no real. I'm not an expert on the Japanese market either. I wish I was, but
Yeah,
you'd have to talk to Pokey about that.
there'll be volatility for sure. And if you're into it for steady gains, that's the wrong investment vehicle. But V-Star Universe, there is a big
Yeah.
feeling that set is done, that it's out of print in Japan. A lot of the guys I talk to, the wholesalers, if you will, they say like they'd be very, very surprised if Crown Zenith copped another reprint, and you can already see that in the price appreciation. It's gone from being a $40 box this year, having come down, to being like a $60, $70 box already. So that one, I think a good play still is Shiny Treasure. If you look at Shiny Treasure EX, it was $23. It's creeping up to $40 now. It's doubled after a big crash. I think anything sub $60 for a high class set is a good price. Terrestrial Festival sub $60 is good if you're willing to take some short term pain, over a couple of years perhaps. That's it. Japanese high class sets will do well. Always, if you can get a good deal on a Japanese high class set, it's a no brainer.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I thought Shiny Treasure EX was I thought it was the play when it was down at 35, and I ended up buying a whole bunch of boxes, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
it was at the bottom, and then a month later it was at 25, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah, Japan
And then
didn't
I
like that set.
bought another 10 boxes.
It wasn't that popular in Japan, surprisingly. The export market seemed to love it, but a lot of the criticism of that set was that it felt very similar to Shiny Star V. Charizard and the waifu wasn't that different, and yeah, so they just had an Iono waifu. So I think that was some of the criticism of that set.
Yeah, that's fair, but in English, or I mean, not in English markets, it's doing great. Vaporeon, Bobby TCG, Vaporeon in Japanese is showers. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that like its name?
I think so, but I don't know. Hey, Bobby.
All right. Goru, if there's no Umbreon Master Ball in English, that will really elevate Terrestrial. I also, is it Terrestrial, Terrestrial? What is the actual pronunciation?
I don't know.
Testicle?
I said Terrestrial.
Demonetized.
Terrestrial.
And Gaming 101. What's y'all's favorite Pokemon? Rob, what is your favorite Pokemon?
I like Mew. I like Mew a lot. I don't know why. Just like Mew.
That's valid. That's fair enough. My personal favorite is either Garchomp or Shinx.
Oh, nice.
You can tell I'm a Gen 4 child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little younger than I am.
Just a bit. But I will say, Uh, Being younger and my perspective on Pokemon and the Pokemon market is probably a little different than most people. I probably relate most to like Rock Sandy. And what I will say about the longevity of the Pokemon market, because most of you guys are also older than me that are in the chat, is that I think we are in good hands. Because out of all my friends that were into Pokemon, I was pretty much the only one that never really left. I never really stopped playing the games. I always kept some cards here and there, and I didn't really get into investing until somewhat recently. But all of them left, and then they've seen what I've been doing, talking about Pokemon, showing off cards, boxes, and they all think it's sick. And some of them have actually kind of creeped back in because of that. They're starting to get money, and with Mega Evolutions coming in the next, I think, year. Is it rumored to be 2026 or 2025? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you were getting next year. Yeah, yeah.
But the XY era was huge on the playground. I can tell you guys that much. I wasn't on the playground when XY Evolutions was released, but I know that it was huge because my brother loved it, and all of them loved it. And as soon as those kids get old enough to want to collect cards, I think the Pokemon market is going to go just fine over the next 3 to 5 years,
Mhm.
as long as Pokemon doesn't blow it up in some horrific way.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, when's Danny Phantom joining the chat? I don't know. Get him in here. You got
I'll
his.
message Danny now.
Oh, I was talking to Len. I was telling Len to get him in here. Len, do you have poll? Can you talk to PokeRef for me real quick? I want to have a word. I need him to pump up Crown Zenith for me. Uh, but one thing I will say that I think I can compete with Rock Sandy on is my Trump impression. I've seen him do it in a lot of his videos, and I know you made a video. Trump decides your Pokemon investment, something like that.
It was an impartial video designed to get people out to vote. That was the goal. I didn't have a dog in the race, but I wanted people to make sure they voted because that's important. But no, I was very surprised that. Sorry, I would have been very surprised had Trump not won. But I try not to get political because people don't
Yeah,
like that.
I try to avoid politics as well. I just like the impression because, quite frankly, he's a great speaker. He has a lovely wife, Melania. He does great things. But oh yeah, the chat's popping now. Len, you have zero poll. Well, me neither. Actually, I guess I have some. Rob's here. But which Scarlet and Violet card booster box should I buy to invest? I don't think I can legally give you investment advice,
What do you
but
have already, Lucky?
yeah,
Post what you have already, dude, and we'll come back to it.
yeah,
Post maybe some of the set. You don't have to put your whole friggin' collection in, but post maybe the sets that you have some of, and let's have a look and see what might be good to go in
yeah. Much love to both you and your families. Hey, much love to you. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season, whatever you celebrate, man. Felix is in the chat. Thanks for popping in. One of the goats. He's one of the mods on the Discord.
there.
And do you have a Discord, Rob? I don't think you do, right?
No, somebody said I should get one, and I guess I have to watch a video on how you do that.
Yeah.
There's a little when Discord goes public, I will definitely want to buy some shares in that company, but I don't know how to work it. I don't have the time, man. I got 2 kids. I got my job. I can barely make content like most days. I got to keep up with my drinking problems. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do, man.
Hey, problem solution, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's actually not that hard to set up, and it's actually saved me tons of time because I got some wonderful people in there that'll put in the chat when something has been restocked and
Well, that's good.
things like that. And I don't know if you're familiar with Poke Notify. I think the Pokemon Doctor.
Yeah.
I also am a member on there, and that amazing Discord server gives you
He's
super
really
good
good.
notifications. Yeah, I'm hopefully going to become a Pokemon Doctor someday. That is my career aspiration.
Studying your fellowship.
Yeah, I got a long way to go. Maybe become a Pokemon professor after that. We'll see. Robert, oh, good to see you, Robert. Still
Good to
pumping
have you.
Obsidian Flames, man. How you doing? Robert has been on, I think, most of my videos for the past couple months, commenting Obsidian Flames to the moon. I think
It's
at
good,
least
man.
10 different videos he's commented that.
I got a little obsidian. Yeah, I like my obsidian flames. It's gonna be good. I got some booster boxes. It's that's one of the last sets I mastered actually. Loved opening that set.
That's a good set to
Killer set.
master. Yeah, that Ninetales. Ooh, that Ninetales is killer.
Tails is nice, man.
Rob seems a bit quiet.
Oh, my audio.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what? Let me try a different mic.
Okay.
Let me try a different mic for you guys while we're chatting.
All right. I'll run through the chat while you're doing that. Felix says whichever one is cheapest. That's probably not a bad choice in terms of. I assume you're talking about the Scarlet and Violet booster boxes. Uh, you gents see the recent sales of the Prize Series Gengar V Maxes? I haven't. Len, let me know, what are you talking about and how expensive have they gotten?
How's that? Is that sounding better?
How's that, guys?
Does it sound any better, or can you not hear me anymore now?
I can hear you.
Does it sound any different?
I think it sounds fine on my end, but we'll
Okay,
see
well,
what
let
they
me know in the
say
chat.
here.
I switched to the mic on my lapel, so see how that does.
All right, Gaming 101 says Paradox Rift or Temporal Forces.
Both.
Uh, if I had to pick, I'd pick Temporal, but both is the obvious answer here.
Yeah. No, no, temporal. I think temporal is already doing better. Actually, it's funny. Like the Pokey Plumber, who I chat to quite often, Nick, he's awesome. He talks a lot about temporal force. He thinks that's going to be the set that they don't come back and print a lot of, or restock a
Yeah.
lot. And hey, you might be onto something there. I think Paradox Rift edges that set in terms of like overall card
Careful saying
value.
edges.
Yeah,
Careful saying that.
it has a little bit extra on it, but like there's more illustration rares, right, and more RSIRs. But
Mhm.
I think Temporal's got better quality in it. Certainly got better value. So yeah, I would choose Temporal over Paradox. But I'm actually buying both right now. Getting cases of both, so it's a good. They're both really good sets to go into.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I've been a big fan of Temporal. I think the what's it? The Iron Crown, such a beautiful card.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying if that was just they just photoshopped a blank Umbreon PNG on top of that Iron Crown, it would be a $400-$500 card.
Yeah,
But
yeah. It's a great one. Yeah. Hey,
uh,
people are talking about it being the new king of the era before we had Greninja. So yeah.
yeah, PC ETB at 275, killing it. Love Obsidian 275. I don't
Yeah,
know what you're smoking. Is it that high?
I think so. I'm inclined to believe him. Last time I checked it, it was like in the 200s.
Holy, I haven't been tapped in there. Jesus Christ.
You got to buy these PC ETBs, man. I've been saying this all year. Well, friggin'
Yeah,
buy PC. Like, yeah, you gotta get on the PC ETBs. Shroud
yeah,
of Fable's still in stock. Just because it's Shroud of Fable, don't let that stop you.
yeah. The Noctowl is a great promo, honestly.
Doesn't matter. Just buy it. The PC ETBs.
Just
They're not.
buy everything, guys.
They're
Buy
not even making
everything.
them. Like, I mean, I think at the inventory levels, they make like 70,000 boxes. It's nothing. Like
Yeah,
100,000
really.
boxes is nothing for the US. Like I think the UK gets a fraction of that. There are not many of those boxes out there.
Yeah, truly. And I mean, we saw that with Prismatic.
Yeah, yeah. You can actually do the math. You can look at what's been graded, and you can do kind of a rough estimation. Like, okay, well, this is exactly how many we know have been graded versus how many were stocked originally. Let's say X amount got ripped. I mean, there you go. There's not a lot.
Yeah. And you mentioned we were talking about Pokemon Center ETBs. You got some prismatic ones, right? You didn't miss out on those?
Yeah, yeah. I have a couple of cases coming. Yeah, hopefully, as long as they don't
Couple of
cancel
cases.
early.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. 2 cases of 4, so that'll be good. Yeah, they'll go straight in the cupboard.
Yeah. I will say, I think honestly, those cases will have a huge premium just because the only time to get them was that 2-3 hour window,
Yeah.
November 1st.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour before they put it down to two cases, like something crazy like that, before a limit of two. And then
Yeah.
it sold. I remember because the evening it sold out, we did a video with Mimic and Rock, and it was literally like 10 p.m. that day, or 9 p.m. that day they were gone. So like in 12 hours they were completely sold out. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, that was an insane day, and I feel bad for everyone who missed out on any of those. Hopefully, you can get them on release day. They will almost guaranteed have a restock of them on release day. And I don't know what time zones you guys are in, but for me, they restock on the Pokemon Center just for products in general, generally around 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Mhm.
That's when the Pokemon Center ETBs have been restocked. That's when they released the prismatic ones on November 1st. That's when they released every single prismatic product. So if you're looking to get some on that day, I would be on the Pokemon Center around that time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I think what Robert Romero is saying is Canadian dollars, because it's 209 on TCG or 210 on TCG.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
Yeah,
they're just doing the
that makes
exchange
sense.
at 1.35 or 1.4.
Yeah. All right. That makes it a little bit better. All right.
Yeah.
Felix, do you have a monthly investing budget or do you just buy what you're feeling like? Rob, what do you do?
It depends. No, I don't. I don't have a monthly budget. I have a limit on money. I don't have infinite money. Um, it depends what's going on. It depends what's happening. I don't just invest in Pokemon cards. In fact, I invest the least amount of money in Pokemon cards out of all my other assets.
Hmm.
So like I
Probably
always
smart.
wish. Yeah, I don't think you should be just in Pokemon cards. That's my personal philosophy. But I mean, my financial situation is very different to somebody else's. I don't have more money than
Hmm.
everybody. I don't have less. So, like my mortgage is done. Like I have kids and stuff to take care of. My wife too doesn't work. So I mean, I try and put money into the stock market a little bit every month, and I usually put that into different stocks that I've been watching or stuff that I've been doing.
Hmm.
And I have been doing quite a bit of crypto over the last year. I've been going
Really?
more and more into that and buying into that. I think Bitcoin I mean, it's already proving what's possible, and I think we've only just scratched the surface. I wish I'd done more of that earlier. And some of the altcoins or shitcoins, but it depends what's
Hawk
going
to a
on.
coin? Thoughts?
What's that?
The Hawk to a coin?
No, not that one. Not that one. No, that lady's evil. She's pure evil.
Yeah,
Um,
she did
yeah,
scam those people.
she's a plant for sure. But no, and then like Pokemon is whatever's going on. Like if there's a hot set coming out, or if there's something I think is a really good deal and I want to load up, if there's some value. I mean, I always buy some of every set. So I always buy like a couple of PCETBs or a case of PCETBs when I can now. I always buy a booster box or two, and if it's a good set, a case. But I don't buy as much as people might think of Pokemon cards. I enjoy it as a hobby. I invest in it. I make content because I like it a lot. But
Yeah.
and I always say this: it should be part of a balanced portfolio. It shouldn't be your only investment vehicle. It's just so easy to sell a stock. You just click, and some of my stock gains have far eclipsed the gains I've made in Pokemon this year, and some have been much worse. So there we
Yeah.
go.
No.
But, yeah. Anyway, that's a long way of answering the question. No, I don't. I kind of it follows a pattern when you look back on it, but at the time it doesn't really have much of a pattern.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Felix, I think that's probably the best answer you're going to get for that question from anyone. Uh, I think, honestly, out of everyone who I've talked to about Pokemon investing or seen their content, Rob, you have to be the most level headed and in my opinion, you have the best opinions when it
Very
comes
kind of
to
you to say.
staying
That's very nice.
safe
Yeah.
and staying safe, but making good plays and still enjoying the hobby. And Felix, to answer your question, I don't really have a budget. Most of the money I invest into Pokemon is kind of re-rolling. Um, so I just take the profits from something that's a little older that I'm like I have, let's say I have like 20 ETBs. It's been 2 years since whatever. I'll sell maybe five of them. Then the next year I'll sell another five. And so the stuff that's kind of older, I just kind of re-roll it into new things. And there's months where I have invested significantly less. And then there's months where I've invested significantly more than I was expecting to. So no real budget, but definitely keep in mind not going into the negative. Temporal Forces cards are cooler, IMO. Yeah, I agree with you there. I got to catch up. Sorry, guys. I've been way behind. PC ETB promo Eevee will be great. I
Yeah,
agree. We're going to get, I mean, this is going to be 3 Eevee cards for this set, which is kind of bonkers.
a lot of Eevee.
Hey, give the people what they want, I guess. Give them nostalgia with 151 and then
Yeah.
round them in Eevee. I'm debated buying some, and I'm glad I bought them because they're my biggest gaining item to date. I think you're talking about the Obsidian Flames ETBs, Felix. Uh, but what, if you don't mind sharing, what is your best gaining product that you've bought, Rob, to date, percentage wise?
That's a hard question to answer. So I ripped a lot of product, which is a problem. I kept, where's the Unified? Unified Minds has done pretty well. I mean, Evo's done good too. I didn't buy Evo at $100. I think my cheapest one was 250.
That's still killer.
Which is pretty decent. I know Moonbreon's done well. I'm trying to think what actually is. You know what's done great is the Arceus UPCs. I got them in GameStop for, I think it would be the equivalent of 40. Like GameStop were kicking those things. You know the ones I mean, the black, but I can't even see them right now. They're somewhere.
Yeah. I know
I had a
exactly
few
what
of
you're talking
those,
about.
yeah, but on like a GameStop special kickout deal, and like those I think that goes on like 150, 160 US now, something like that. I think.
Jesus
I haven't put it up
Christ.
for a while, but last time I looked at it, I'm like, okay, that's a really good one. And that's in a short space of time. That's over about a year or so. But there's, I
Wow.
mean, these days there's a lot of stuff that's just doubled. Like the Surging Sparks one's been good. I got Surging Sparks for the equivalent of $100 US. I got 3 cases, and it's doing great. It's doing really well.
Yeah. Surging did quite well over the past
Easily,
month and a half.
my thing is that I just accumulate. I rarely sell. I'll do some trades, I think, this month to pick up more Paradox and Temporal for some old slabs, but I don't really sell a lot. I just accumulate. I don't like selling stuff, I'll be honest.
It's hard to. It's hard.
Yeah, especially if it's something I really like. I'm growing attached to these boxes.
Man, it is really hard to sell. I will say, but you do get desensitized. You do it a little bit. It gets manageable. I mean, honestly, I find selling single cards to be the hardest because it's like that's the card I really liked. I bought it for a reason, and then to part with it, it's like, do I really want to sell this thing? It looks awesome.
Yeah, it's worse if you pulled the card.
Oh, I don't sell anything I pull.
Yeah, I've made that mistake.
Oh, well, I did sell some of my old cards from back in the day, and I regret that greatly. I think there's a Charizard from Expedition Base. I had the reverse hollow.
Oh yeah.
I sold it. It's not the big one. It's like the secondary Charizard from that set. I think the art looks better personally, but that might just be my nostalgia clouded eyes. But it was. I mean, I got a bunch of money for it, so I was super happy. But it was not worth the sale. I should not have done that. But you know, you got to live with your decisions, I guess. So.
You live and learn. You live and learn. Life's about making mistakes.
Gaming 101. When is the Journey Together PC ETB going to be on the Pokemon Center? I wish I had a Magic 8 Ball to tell you this. I don't. We know Prismatic Evolution was November 1st and the January 17th release date. So
about 2 months. Yeah.
So around 2 months. It's March 13th, maybe? Is that release day?
Early Feb, I would guess. Then sorry, early January, I would guess. We'll see it.
Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled. If you aren't in a Discord server that gives you notifications, I would either get in one or follow some people on Twitter that release things and turn on post notifications, or just subscribe to emails from the Pokemon Center website so you don't miss it. That's how I got the prismatic ones. And I wasn't, I promise. I just saw them I saw the email while I was sitting there doing twiddling my thumbs, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go buy my 2 cases of prismatic, and I bought them, didn't think about it, and then 2 hours later, I get a bunch of notifications saying it's a complete shit show. So
Yeah, one of my buddies let me know about it. His name's Rudy. He's awesome, and he told me about it. I was working, and I saw his message pop up, and yeah, I wasn't working much longer after that. That was a day, man. That was a day. Content and everything. It was crazy.
oh yeah, Rudy. What Rudy are we talking
No,
about here?
not that Rudy. No, don't have that much clout. No, not Rudy from Alpha.
And when is he? He's got to acknowledge some of the little pokey investors at some point. I guess he does. He does whatever he wants, but
Shit, that's what That's what makes him so good, though. He's not trying to copy anybody. He's being himself. Like,
yeah, I mean, you watch his videos, you're like, wow, there's no one like this man. That's a unique guy, quite frankly. Just like my buddy Elon. But yeah, man, Rudy's killer. And the other thing that I think is so great, which I know a lot of people don't like about him, is that he doesn't really care about Pokemon. So when he's talking about investing in it, he truly is the purest form of an investor in Pokemon. So I think he has a lot of value, but he does rub a lot of people the wrong way, and I can understand that.
if you don't like someone, don't watch them. That's my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
many people, they don't like me or another channel, then whatever, just don't watch. Life's too short.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. And I mean, I can never fathom people like commenting hate on posts or on YouTube, which is it's like it's crazy to me because I wasn't a big commenter like just for my whole life on
Yeah.
videos or things like that. So the idea of going out of your way to comment hate on something is I don't know, especially after watching like a 10-minute YouTube video. Like man, there's
Yeah.
other things to do with your time.
I agree with that. I have kind of changed my opinion on it a little bit. Now I think it's almost 2 years I've been making content, not on YouTube, but Instagram and YouTube.
Mhm.
If you kind of run the whole track. But the conclusion I've come to is this niche especially means a lot to many people. And, just because they don't like my opinions, or maybe there's something I said that they didn't like, and seeing other content creators too, like other videos outside of just me, I think it's still pretty incredible that they spend the time to write a message, even if it is something that's not very nice or is intended to not be very nice. I think behind that sentiment is a real passion for the hobby, and I try. I don't always respond to them, but I don't delete them unless they're like, hey,
Oh yeah, no.
family, in which case I'll hide them. But I actually think it's a positive thing. I think you need that sometimes on videos, and the best videos or the highest view videos will have that stuff too. That means if you're getting a lot of that, it means you're getting outside of your circle and your bubble, and that's positive.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Pokey also is in the chat. JBTCG gang. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Do you think Prismatic will get the Cake EV? I think it will. I don't know if it's going to be the UPC promo or not. Yeah, Felix mentioned UPC promo. That's what I'm thinking it'll be, but we'll see. Felix, big gains here. 4,000 gains and $5,000 worth of product bought. Hey,
It's a good time to be in the hobby, man.
hey, you can't do much better than that, honestly. You're killing it. Within 6 months or so. Jesus Christ, man. You take my job. What am I up here for? Journey Together Pokemon Center ETB is gonna pre-order the day Prismatic goes live. I don't know about that.
They do stuff like that though. Yeah.
They
Probably
might.
line it up with one of the Japanese sets is what they sometimes do.
Because
I don't know the date.
they did it November 1st, and Surging released the 8th. So
Close. It's usually.
they did it around it.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I don't know. We'll see. They could do that. That'd crash their site. I don't think they have the bandwidth for that, but no offense, but your Trump impression is bad. Yeah, I know it is. I was just memeing. Don't worry. I don't want you to think I was Robert, I don't like Rob, but here I am. I like Jake's channel. Well,
There we go.
that's not even my name. Where are you lost, Robert? Robert, how much applesauce? If you're drinking it,
That's
are you
awesome.
drinking applesauce, Robert?
It's apple juice. Yeah, a little apple juice. Yeah, my 2-year-old has applesauce, but I have apple juice.
It was 1 week before. Yeah, yeah, I agree. But so you mentioned we're talking about content there for a second.
Mhm.
I want to know, and I'm sure a lot of people in the chat want to know that have gotten into Pokemon, thinking about making a Pokemon content page. What has been super successful for you on Instagram specifically, or just short form content? Because I know you are absolutely killer on short form content.
I'm really not. I used to be more, man. It's nice you say that. No, those guys that like kick my ass. I've become very inconsistent. But I used to spend ages editing these videos. I had some good views too.
Yeah, you
And
have some huge videos.
on Insta, yeah. Yeah, I've had a couple do like close to a million or over a million, which is cool. But I don't know, man. Like you have to be consistent, and I think you have to be creative too. Find kind of a way to do things that works, that you can repeat, that people enjoy and interact with. And I think that's easier said than done sometimes in this niche. I know a lot of people on Instagram do pack openings, and
Hmm.
pack openings gets old quickly, I think, for people. Like when I look at the experience of a user, like scrolling through Instagram, like I scroll through Instagram, right? You just see the same thing over and over again. It's a pack, it's a card, like someone's gonna open it, what do we get? Right? It's like, how do you put a unique twist on it? Like, Pat Flynn, Deep Pocket Monster, has his like jingle, right? Should I open it or keep it sealed, that kind of thing. I think it's very important that you leverage yourself in the video, because your face is the brand, your face is your niche, your distinguishing factor, and be consistent. I think being consistent is good, and sometimes the simple ideas are the best. So don't overcomplicate it. That would be it. But Insta's weird. I don't know. I'm not an expert on Instagram. I'm like 8,000 followers. I'm nobody. And just because you have a few reels pop off doesn't mean you're going to get huge followers or anything like that. You have to be very consistent, and I think you should stay within your niche too. Some of the reels I've had that have done really well. I did a Valentine's reel, and that got a lot of likes, a lot of comments from women who aren't typically my demographic, according to Instagram and YouTube, and they didn't follow me because they don't give a shit about Pokemon investing. So like, you
Hmm.
should stay in your niche. Like, it's great to get a reel pop off, but staying in your niche will get you the followers and the audience. So find your people and take care of them is what I would suggest.
Yeah, I think that's what's worked here just for me on long form.
Mm,
I'm not very good at short form. In my opinion, I think short form content is harder than long form because
yeah.
you really have to hook every single bit of that 10 seconds, 15 seconds has to be killer. And I don't think I have that. I'm not born with that.
Yeah, it can be the depressing thing about Instagram is some of the reels I've done where I literally just put an image of a card up and like new set leak, and some image and some backing track that was trending audio did better than stuff I spent hours on. So
Yeah,
Instagram is kind of shitty that way. It's all butts and boobs anyway, man. Like, that's what Instagram is right now. It's very much 4 to 6 second reels. Yeah, and they've made it so longer content can be out there and they promote it, but the algorithm doesn't really want that. So
yeah.
that's a sad thing.
Which do you enjoy more, making Instagram content or YouTube content?
I enjoy YouTube more. I like long form content better. It's a pain in the ass because I don't. If I had more time, it would be fine. But
Yeah,
making the time for it and to get it right, is is something I love. I love the process of writing the script. I don't love recording as much, but I really like the editing process and seeing it all come together. I love making thumbnails. I have a lot of fun doing that.
yeah,
And yeah, I like the end result a lot better. I like that I can. It's like a little movie that I put together.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I always feel like if I do a screen share video, I always kind of feel like I'm phoning it in. So I like to do videos that kind of combine both to keep things chugging over. But I like doing more heavily edited videos. It's just fun for me. I get a kick out of it.
Yeah, I think your videos, a lot of them you keep between like 4 to 6 minutes, and those
Mhm.
ones, like your Silver Tempest one, that full intro was nonstop. Just it was killer, every bit of it.
Yeah, that's nice of you to
And
say, man.
I think that's something that you guys in the chat, if you're looking to make a Pokemon collecting or just a YouTube channel in general, I'd take some notes off of Rob videos, guys. Not
Yeah, I
mine.
would.
Don't take notes off of me. My
Okay, fine.
editing skills are subpar.
No, I would go and watch Mr. Beast. Go and watch someone who's really good.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I mean, I'm like 6,000 subs. Man, I'm lucky if I get 10K views. Like, I'm very, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Quite honestly, I'm just trying to have fun. If you want to actually get serious about it, follow us out. Don't watch my channel, but my sound quality is bad. Like, yeah, I would. I'm very surprised people watch my channel consistently. It's really kind of them. So, yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised as well that people watch mine
yeah.
because I feel like I feel like a fraud sometimes. When you record something and you're just like, a thousand people are gonna watch this, maybe. Like, I feel bad for the people that watch this. But then the editing process, all that stuff comes together, and then by the end, I'm pleased with the result. I don't have the famous blue steel thumbnail that you have, so my click through rate probably isn't quite as high, but we're getting there. I'm
Yeah,
working on it.
blue steel's hard to do. Just shine a light at your face and kind of squint into it and take a picture of yourself. That's how you do it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Robert's thinking about putting a Pokemon vending machine in a local grocery store. I don't know if you can do that.
You can do.
It's
You follow your
Pokemon.
dreams, Robert Romero. You follow your dreams.
Yeah, I mean, a couple drinks of NSC, whatever you're drinking, I'm sure you
You
can do whatever.
you actually can do that. There's a company that I can't remember what it is, Legends or something. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, you can do that. You can fill it with sports cards, Pokemon cards. It's something you can do up here in Canada anyway.
Can you do it with sealed products too?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
especially sealed. Yeah,
I really
the
didn't think that
issues.
they would allow that, honestly.
No, you can do it. Yeah, you can do it. I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, well, Robert, my bad. Actually, I think that's a great idea. I think if your grocery store gets a lot of traffic, I think that could be awesome. But it just depends on what products you're selling. Because I don't know if people are going to shell out $275 for an Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB while they're out trying to get
Yeah,
milk. So,
Charmeleons, or someone will break into the machine. Yeah, you got to make
oh,
sure.
that is another big risk. Yeah, but yeah, you might be smoking, but you also might be a genius. I think you're right on that. Felix, I feel like YouTube is incentivizing long videos sucks because you make shorter ones. Yeah, I will say definitely retention is a big stat that YouTube looks at. They want a video that is retaining viewers, but usually they look at that from a percentage standpoint. So, how long are they watching relative to the length of your video? So, honestly, I think if you make some short-ish videos, like 4 or 5 minutes, I think you can still perform really well. It's just the topic that you're presenting and a catchy thumbnail. I think that would do it for you. Like if you look at Rob videos, a lot of them aren't crazy long. A lot of them are much shorter than the videos that I make, and they do significantly better. So I definitely think they want a video that keeps people to watch for 10, 15 minutes, but keeping people around for 60% of your video on a 4 or 5 minute video will do just as well. So I think you're okay.
Yeah, I would echo that a little bit. I will say I've started trying to gear it more towards making it an 8-minute video plus, just because like I don't know, you don't make any money. Like
Yeah.
you could have the same views on a 4-minute video, like you may make 3 times the revenue because there's an extra ad in there. Which is kind of strange. But also I found like I was giving the information a little bit too quickly sometimes, and just because I didn't have time to edit, I was getting it like bam, bam, bam. So now I'd rather do less videos that are longer, and hopefully get my point across and have a slightly different feel. But I think with long and short videos as well, I find on YouTube there really seems to be two different audiences on YouTube in my experience. There's the audience for shorts, which are the ultimate like short form, and then there's the audience for long form content. And I think I've seen guys just their accounts blow up subscriber wise, like 10, 20,000 subs like overnight on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah.
And they share this stuff with me. They're not making any money. Like even like some of their reels that do or their shorts that do well, like it's like $10. And then when they do longer form content, that audience is missing because that audience isn't necessarily zoned in or tuned in to long form. That's not how they use YouTube or how they digest content on YouTube. So it kind of hurts them. You'll see guys with 250,000 subs getting 1,000 views on their long form videos, because
Yeah,
the audience is just MIA. They're not scrolling that
yeah.
way. So yeah, I admire people that kind of grow both ways. I wish I could figure that out.
Yeah, I think that's not to call him out, but I think that's something that ShinyVert actually struggles with. Because I
Hmm.
know he has like 100,000 plus subscribers, and his videos, I think you beat him out on most of your videos.
Yeah,
But his
Shiny's
short form
awesome.
content is killer.
Yeah, I like Shiny. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's it. But I mean, I think he's doing a lot better than $10 a video on his short form. But yeah,
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
he's doing it for fun too. He promotes his store. But yeah, Shiny's awesome.
yeah. I mean, I think most of the people in the hobby are awesome. I'm
Mm.
honest. I'm just happy to be here, guys. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. I never really thought I would get to a point where I'd be on the live stream talking about Pokemon investing. So I'm
Yeah,
just
me either.
grateful that all of you guys watch, and that honestly that I get to be a part of this with everybody here. So thank you guys. And Rob, I don't want to keep you too long. I know you mentioned that you'd be capping out at about an hour because you got to get to sleep, got
Gotta
stuff to
get sleep.
do.
I got kids. I can another 5 minutes. I don't know if there's any other questions or anything else. Like I'm happy to do like another five, but
All right,
I do have to
guys, if you
sleep.
got any questions, rapid fire them in. Uh, and then, real quick, I'll quickly say, what is your favorite card from the EX era?
EX era. I don't know. It's easy to say like Charizard and stuff. Wait, is that are you E-Reader series or EX era?
EX, so like 2003 to 2007, six.
I wasn't super into it. Wait, is the full art Lugia in that one?
What Lugia?
Uh,
So this would be, I think,
maybe.
gold stars as well.
Oh yeah, I mean there's the Delta species and all that stuff, right? Like, I don't know. We can go with Delta species Zard, I guess maybe.
Delta species aren't, well, I mean, hey, that's hard to beat, honestly. I'd say my favorite, well, I don't want to be basic and say Delta species, or not Delta, Gold Star Rayquaza, but man, that card is hard to beat.
It's a nice card, yeah. I'm not the biggest Rayquaza fan, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Really? Not the biggest
Yeah,
Rayquaza fan.
not my
I don't know.
favorite. I'm you all the way. The battle between Deoxys and Rayquaza is pretty cool, but
Yeah, those legend cards. Are you a fan of legend cards?
I don't mind him. Yeah, I don't mind him.
Okay, all right, I'll take that because a lot of people hate them. I've met a lot of people that think they're the most hideous cards in the world, but I love those things. Let me see. I got a Rayquaza level X somewhere around here. I got a bunch of Rayquazas in my hand here. These are what I'm
Nice.
a fan of, but I can understand he's not your cup of tea.
I don't
All
like
right,
snakes.
well, quickly, you don't like snakes? Oh, yeah, I can't blame you. I hate. I got bit by a snake as a kid. Now I run screaming like a little child. All right. Action Figure says you all do this again. Well, I appreciate you. I'd love to if Rob's up to in the future. Heck yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm always up to chat Pokemon.
I just be chilling. Never thought I'd spend so much, but I enjoy it. I'm gonna slow down next year. See, I said I was gonna slow down, but here we are. So you'll see. We'll see, Felix. Favorite Scarlet and Violet set. Rob, what is yours?
Obsidian Flames.
Obsidian Flames. That is a hot take.
I like Obsidian Flames. Well, I mean, I always exclude the holiday sets. If there's a holiday
Yeah, we'll
set,
go
sure,
main
I'll take
set.
the
We'll go
one.
main set.
But yeah, Obsidian's. I like Obsidian a lot. I don't know. I just connected with that set. We just gelled.
All right, fair enough. I think Temporal is mine. I really love
Good
the art in
shout.
that set. Shiny Gyarados card with the gold borders. Is that the XY era card that you're talking about? Is that the Mega, or am I smoking here? Or are you talking Shining Gyarados? Either way, those ones are awesome. Thoughts on Chinese, Korean, or Thailand as investments? Rob, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they're interesting. I mean, you look at the box, the promo box with that Mew Pikachu and the Zero on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the Charizard. That I think they're interesting propositions. It remains to be seen, I think, how much they print, and I think it depends as well because there's Korean's very different in terms of the volume to what like simplified Chinese would get. Um, I'm not investing in those things. No, I might buy a couple for my personal collection, but they're a real unknown quantity. So hey, maybe
Yeah.
they're a great investment. Get in now before people forget about them. But if you were buying that box, that anniversary box, for example, it was $140 recently. Now it's 400
Oh yeah,
bucks.
that was. Oh
Like
my God,
it's
that
gone
was
up
an
more than
insane.
people are saying. There's more reprints. There isn't. Like getting it's kind of speculative on whether you receive it or not. Yeah, I mean, it's high risk, high reward. I think for that stuff.
Yeah. I think my opinion on them is they have to have something unique compared to English for them to be a good investment. So the
Mhm.
reason why that Chinese collection box did super well was that Pikachu promo, and it's because that box isn't something that we have in English. So that's why generally, same thing with Japanese. I only like investing in the Japanese set when it has something unique compared to English. So 151, the reason why that set is killer is because the Master Ball foils.
Mm.
So that's why I went super hard on that set. Pretty much all my investing budget for like 2 months was, well, I guess I don't have a budget, guys, but all of my fake budget was dumped into it. So that's generally my strategy. Uh, Korean, I opened Korean 151. I opened it, got my God packs from it actually.
Nice.
It was super fun, super enjoyable, and much more affordable back when 151 was $200 for Japanese boxes. So I'm not the biggest investor, but when they have something unique, that's when I think it's a good play.
Yeah, I like that.
Uh, Rob wants to know, Rob, how long have you been married? What a question
Uh,
already.
well, I've been with my wife in some form or another since 2008. So whatever that equals. I think
Hey,
we got married
that's
in 2016, 2018, something like that.
wow. Maybe we try and keep it to 5,000 miles a year. Not sure anymore. I mean, I'm not sure anymore either. But yeah, since 2008, Rob, that's awesome.
Years
Gaming
to fly.
101 says, take care, guys. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Gaming. Thanks for
Well,
joining.
all you guys, I'd also say take care and happy holidays. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that came out. I was not expecting to get this much love in our first live stream on this channel. So I really appreciate you guys. And big thanks to Rob for coming on. I had a great time, and I hope you did as well. So happy holidays and have a Merry Pokey Investmas.
Take it easy.